Check. Check 1, 2. Check. All right. I'm assuming you're in here, Damon. So I'll show you here. From your lobby, your roster is the main thing you're going to play with. You can always get access. You can always get access to a new hunter after you die. Hunters, the main difference between your hunters is like their life bars. You'll see where it shows health. The life bar is chopped up into different blocks. A basic hunter like Ingrid, well, she doesn't have bad weapons or whatever. In this case, it has 3 blocks, whereas a weird sister would have 4 blocks. So as long as the full block isn't lost, you can regenerate the rest of it. So it's always nice to have more blocks. As you level up your hunter, you see like this one here, 38 out of 50, you gain perks. They get things like health boosts when you pick up clues, the longer sprint durations, all different small things, right? As you level up your character through your progress, so you'll have, this is your character's level, that gives you access to buying different things at the store. So in the weapons category, as you level up, you'll get to unlock different weapons, and you use your points up at the top here to pay for those weapons. Also, any weapons that you take out of a hunt stay with you. When you're on your hunter, you always want to have, no matter what, some type. I like rifles. Some people like shotguns. I'm a rifle and a pistol user myself. You always need to bring a knife. You always need to bring a first aid pack. It's always nice to have fire with you, because when you kill an enemy, if you burn their bodies, then that makes them dead for good. It kills them for good so that they can't be revived. So it's good to have those, as well as it's good to block off points in other directions too. I'm just going to go and start a training, and I'm going to do the hard one. So now when you play, you got choices to make. If you hear gunshots, running to them, running away from them is obviously a choice. Running away from them is going to be the safe one, but obviously you're going to get less experience that way. You won't lose your hunter, but ideally you try not to die. It's better to extract without a bounty and save your character and get more experience than die and get half the experience and lose your character.
Sorry.
That was on YouTube, babe. Now, at the top left, you have the bounties that are in the mission you're going to. When you use your dark sight, which I'm going to show you in a second, it shows you where the clues come from, and you'll hear whispers. Those whispers, if enemies are near, that spider in the top left-hand corner will be flickering red, and it'll be angry whispers. Wherever the blue stuff is, that's where the clues come from. If a clue has been not gotten yet by you, and enemies are near, it flickers red. Crouch moving is good. That's bad. That's very loud. If we were playing on a multiplayer map, I'd do it. These guys suck. Those are called hives. You kind of got to know where they're at first, and and preferably take them out before they get a chance to take you out. That's a meathead. He's totally blind and cannot see you, cannot aggro to you. Those leeches are what aggros to you. So if the leeches touch you or see you, they'll start chasing after you, and then that'll make meathead come after you. It's never worth it to kill meathead. It's more better just to ignore him, and if you have to do anything, you kill the leeches. These things can be picked up, and they can be thrown in case you don't have fire bombs to burn bodies. I should be using, if I was in a multiplayer match, I would already have used a health pack, but since I'm in single player and I'm fairly confident, I'm gonna see how that horse's head's coming up. That horse will start to cry, and that's a noise that people look for. Sometimes it's better to ignore people. Everything makes sound. Once you get something, the map updates. So those two black sections just disappeared. That means that the boss is in one of the next two sections. If you get hit by something that has a knife or has fire, it'll burn you. Okay, these guys here, you need to hit them immediately because they're fire bombs. If you hit them with any type of weapon that explodes, it's going to work on them. So, the catch to those hive girls is that their heads are not on their head. Their heads are on their side. So, if you see a stack of crows, you want to avoid them. Look how loud they are. How much they sound off. Specific sound. So it's a mixture of moving swift and slow. And when you're playing multiplayer, some guys you want to leave alive because there's a texture missing here. this should be where the spider is. And doing a spider by yourself isn't totally the funnest. He's the worst of the three things that you get to fight. Seems to be the hardest to kill. Hence why I'm bringing a sledgehammer. Oh. Oh, yeah.
It's almost done. Is it normal that hard to kill?
Oh, well, he's by myself right now, right?
We're gonna move fast.
I'm also very inexperienced, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of my techniques. I'm sure that there's ways to run around, but I'll be honest, I'm scared shitless of this thing.
But that's what you were fighting the same spider earlier on when I joined your party with those guys, right?
Well, yes, I was, but I was playing with 3 people, and we'd already killed it.
But do you fight the same spider every time, or is it different?
No, spider, assassin, butcher. One of those 3.
You'd think it would be a little more diverse than just those 3.
It's brand new. It only came out in January.
James is gonna send me $25 for half of it.
Nice. The 3 of us would do. I think we'd do great in this.
It gives me something different to play, you know? When...
Oh! Not the same.
Bats. Where'd she come from?
She was always on the roof.
Roll up on you like that?
No, I just hadn't been over to the side, so chances are she was here the whole time and I just didn't bother her. Oh, not like that.
What's that?
A health pack. Like, you don't necessarily need to use your health packs if you run around and find the auxiliary ones.
You're about to entertain mode. Okay.
Now there's 2 ways to control the game: Gunslinger and Hunter. I prefer Hunter, and I think, and I'm
Toggle details. Edgar Layton or Selena Fine? I want to be a bitch. I can skip things.
I got her! Ugh.
You said Hunter's better than Gunslinger?
What was that?
Hunter better than Gunslinger?
Okay, can you see me right now?
Yeah.
Okay, right now I'm in Hunter. Now Hunter is different than what we're used to. Your gun is always held to your side. You're not aiming. When you aim, you go into what we call hip fire mode, and then when you push R3, you go into aim down sights mode. When you're in Gunslinger, you're always like this. So all you have to do is press the aim button and you go like this. It kind of removes a step. The downside I don't like about it is that, you remember that emulator I dealt with earlier, the guy with the fire?
Yeah.
Well, you can't deal with him the same way I do as Gunslinger, because you're always like this. When I'm like
Gotcha.
this and I push trigger, I'll just butt with my gun. I use a little stamina, butt with my gun. I can always melee. And when I'm standing hiding from, like, say, another hunter like this, my gun isn't pointed straight out, sticking outside a tip.
No.
Downside is that if somebody walks around a corner and I already have my gun out, it's very easy to go pop and hit fire them.
Compared if you're a hunter, it's an extra step.
That's right. So if you want to play it like a typical FPS, go with Gunslinger. If you want to play it the way the game was designed to, the way the mechanics are, it takes some time to learn. But to me, I shoot a lot of guys like this when they're close. I just hold the trigger and shoot, and then hold the trigger, aim, and spend my time here, you know, waiting for it. The other part too is when you have Hunter on, you have access to 3 sensitivities. One for default, one for when you're aiming with the L2, and one when you're aiming with the R3. So I have mine progressively slower, so as I aim further down, it gets less and less sensitive.
What do you think I should be?
You should do the same as me, but maybe not as aggressive, because you don't use an extender. So I would have yours like at like 1 and 0.8, you know, like have it kind of. The reason why I have it down like that too is you always want your X to be more than your Y. You don't want, you're not going to be doing a lot of ups and downs. You're going to be doing more left and right. So if your up and down is slower, it's easier to get headshots because you're, you know what I mean, like your movements.
Do you want me to skip training so we can go right into it? I don't mind learning on the go. I'm okay with that.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Skip training. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna extract. So this is important. Once you get this bounty, okay, on the map, do you see what has white, gray, and black and lightning?
Oh, hey, your map. Oh, your map roll. It's just come up now. Sorry. I'm delayed, right? So when
That's
you
right.
Right there. Yep. That's
so
your
as you walk towards the direction you're going to extract, that lightning follows you, and everybody in the game can see it.
So they try to stop you?
They're trying to stop you, exactly. Your benefit is, you see where it says 5 down there in the gold, the orange letters?
I think so.
It's like a diamond down on my bottom left-hand corner.
No, okay, yeah, I see that.
That 5 represents 5 seconds that you can do that scan thing I showed you earlier, but it'll have wall hacks.
It'll have what?
Wall hacks. You can see everybody.
Okay.
Now, you'll use it for 1 second and look around. Like, you don't want to overuse it because 5 seconds goes by very fast.
For your region, U.S. East and then U.S. West?
That's what I did, yeah. But yeah, you want to use it, make sure, and spin around really fast, like, boom, spin around, is there any orange? Okay, no orange, that means there's nobody within, you know, about 100 yards of you, or so. You know, you start moving to the next zone, scan, look around in a circle. And if let's say you and me are playing as a team, you're not going to use yours when I use mine. One of us will be the person who's going to scan first, and then that person uses up their 5 seconds, and then the other person uses up theirs.
And extracting is how you beat the mission?
Extracting is how you keep your character alive. So you can extract before any of the things I did there. Like, let's say, for example, I got 3 clues, and I noticed that another team was doing it a lot faster than me, and they were already at the boss. And maybe there's no chance. I already lost a couple teammates. Maybe some assholes just left. So I'm by myself. They've already got the bounty. They've got wall hacks. You're new to the game, and you picked up a cool gun because you managed to kill 1 guy. Well, you run to the extraction point all by yourself. And you just leave. Kind of like Dead by Daylight, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And when you extract, to keep your character.
And if you, let's say you get killed on the way.
Oh, if you get killed on the way, then your hunter's gone, the one that you were working on. All of the weapons and items that were on him are gone. Any progression that was on that particular hunter is gone. and then you can purchase another free hunter and start again. There's always going to be a free hunter. As long as you have the dollars, like the silver dollars, to spend, you can always buy better weapons, but you'll always have access to a shitty loadout to go in if you need to.
So it's essentially get extracted or lose your hunter.
Yes. Now, the hunters themselves, okay, I was... Oh. Whew. The hunters themselves are really just conduits for experience. So, for example, what if I told you instead of them being hunters, they're kind of like bonus XP in a jar, and you can retire the hunter at any point after you've accumulated experience and all this kind of stuff. Take all the items off, it goes into your inventory, and retire him. Then all the experience that hunter has gets multiplied and applied to your actual like profile experience. You know what I mean? So the longer you keep a hunter and the higher he gets leveled, the more valuable he is to retire. And when you retire him, he's going to drastically level up your character, or your actual profile. When your profile is leveled up, it allows you to buy better items for your next hunters. You know what I mean? So your hunters are going to go away anyways once you get them high enough level, because you're going to retire them to cash in the experience that you put into them. If you get greedy and you keep a hunter for too long, then all that bonus experience, yeah, you gained experience as you were playing him, but the bonus experience that's shelled inside that hunter is a balance between taking advantage of all of the cool perks that he has, or cash in on all the experience he has available to you. You know what I mean? There's this cool decision. So like, I have one hunter I only play when I'm trying hard. I play with Mike, I'll end up playing it with you, and it's kind of like the hunter that I play when it's like when the going gets tough, I get extracted.
Alright, so I just went to Crytek account to get 5,000 coins.
You bought 5,000 points?
No, I created a Crytek account.
Oh.
And got the 5,000 point reward.
How'd you do that?
At the start when I first turned it on, it said log into your Crytek account to earn 5,000 coins. It said don't have an account, create one. I'm like, okay, I'll create one. Activate account, get reward, 5,000 coins.
I don't think they did that.
No, probably not. That's okay, I'm one step ahead of you already.
Oh, there's no account.
Okay, so roster, recruitment, legendary hunters. The Knight Acolyte. I could buy him for 300